On Torch TV, local companies and organizations are teaming up to help those affected by the cutting of SNAP benefits.
I'm hoping that people locally understand that this is a community that cares for our neighbors and our friends, and that we want to step up when something like this happens.
Then we'll check out how the South Decatur girls basketball team has bounced back.
Getting those girls interested in basketball at a young age, so getting them into camps and getting them into youth programs. So we run, the elementary over there at the school, but getting them into travel team as well, and just getting them used to playing together.
And the IU football Hoosiers are breaking records and making history. We'll show you their road to the championship.
Now I got 3.5 weeks to kind of humble this team and get them ready for the playoffs.
All that and more on Torch TV.
Welcome back to East Media Studios. I'm Lauren Degner.
And I'm Reid Koester.
And this is the last Torch TV of the semester. Reid, do you have any plans for winter break?
Yeah, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with family.
Oh, me too. My brother graduated from college last week, so we have a pretty big celebration coming up. Without further ado, let's get right into this Torch TV. Olympians, tomorrow is our last day of school before winter break. Enjoy the holiday season, and we will return next year on Tuesday, January 6th. With the end of the semester quickly approaching, make sure to check your grades on PowerSchool and Canvas. Try to turn in any missing assignments and contact your teachers before break begins. On January 27th, Columbus East senior Lauren Degner will be hosting an in-school blood drive for East students and staff only. If you are 16 years or older, you're eligible to donate blood with parental consent. When you donate, you get a free snack and a $20 gift card to a location of your choosing. However, North students, don't worry. Karin Dutro is hosting a Bulldog blood drive on the same day at Columbus North. To sign up or find out more information, contact me, Lauren Degner, at 26DEGNERL at students.bcsc.k12.in.us.
This year has been full of hardships for many around the country, and blood drives are just one way to give back. One way businesses are giving back in Columbus is by helping those in financial need.
When the government shutdown began in October, it quickly became apparent that many aspects of daily life for American citizens would be disrupted. Among the most immediate concerns was the loss of SNAP benefits, which are essential for countless families to put food on the table. Love Chapel is one of the many food pantries that stepped up to help.
The first few days when it first became obvious that the SNAP benefits were going away, even though our government shut down in October, it was November and it was November 1st, and we had people that came to us crying. They're making decisions on, do I put gas in the gas tank? Do I put food on the table? How am I going to do this? Christmas is a tough time. They want to have a good time with their families, and they want to have presents under the tree, and there's a lot of expense at the holidays, and so this is just a little bit extra that we can do to help them.
Columbus would not be the city it is today without the support of its community partners. One of those partners is Cummins, which operates a separate nonprofit organization called the Cummins Foundation. The foundation donates a percentage of Cummins' pre-tax profits each year, which is then distributed to support communities around the world. In collaboration with the city, these funds were used to provide support to Love Chapel.
The city does not have an emergency fund, but there was an emergency need. As the mayor, I have access to some funds through economic development that I'm able to use for what we call a fee-for-service grant, and it's when a not-for-profit provides a service for the community and the city, in this case providing food for some of the residents.
The holiday season is all about uniting and supporting our neighbors. To those affected, it's crucial to know they are not alone.
I'm hoping that people locally understand that this is a community that cares for our neighbors and our friends, and that we want to step up when something like this happens, because oftentimes we don't know if we will ever ourselves need help.
We gave out more food, but our shelves have never been fuller, and that's because our community responded with donations to be able to buy food.
I'm really proud of the Columbus community, the businesses and organizations and families that have stepped up to the plate and tried to make sure that no one in Bartholomew County and Columbus goes hungry this year.
Big corporations and small businesses alike are stepping up to the plate to help all those in need during the holiday season, whether it's helping with food insecurities or bringing the holiday magic to children of Bartholomew County.
Since 1930, the Firemen's Cheer Fund has served low-income families in Bartholomew County, providing gifts to children 18 and under. This year, the Cheer Fund was able to help around 1,500 kids receive toys. They collected more than 12,000 toys to be distributed throughout the community. The goal is to ensure no child is left without receiving gifts during the holiday season. The Cheer Fund has several opportunities throughout the year in which people can volunteer their time, donate gifts, or raise money to help the Cheer Fund meet their annual goal.
This will be our 95th year doing it. So 95 years ago, the firefighters saw that there was a need in the community. They went out and did a drive, and were able to help 50 kids. So this year we're getting close to being able to help about 1,400 kids. They saw that there were some kids that needed some help, and that's pretty much how we got going. Was they saw the need was there, and we went out and started helping people. Everything we do is 100% supported by the community. We couldn't do what we do without the community support. I think nights like tonight, where the community's in here helping us, shows that it's not just a, here's some money, what do you guys do with it? It's a, here's some money, okay, now you get to come in and see how we pack our gifts and see the amount of gifts that we give out. So that's a huge help when it comes to getting monetary donations. They see how many toys we give to each family and see that it actually goes to a cause.
The Cheer Fund is always taking donation, whether it's toys or money. If you want to find out how you can help the community, go to firemenscheerfund.com to find out more.
With winter on our heels, let's make sure we don't get snowed in. Here's Adeline with the weather.
Thanks, Reid. Friday will be mostly sunny with a high near 30 and a low near 26. On Saturday, we will see the weather warm up a little bit, as it'll be partly sunny with a high of 48 and a low of 27. On Saturday, it'll be sunny with a high of 44 and a low around 38 with a 50% chance of rain. That's all for weather. Now back to you, Lauren and Reid at the desk.
After the break, we'll cover South Decatur's first ever entrance to semi-state.
Then we'll blitz into IU's historic season and how they've become #1 in the country for the first time ever.
That and more on Torch TV.
Yeah, that Luka trade that happened.
Heck yeah, Lakers all the way, dude.
Hey, Brady, need me to throw that bottle away for you?
I got it. Kobe.
You need to go pick that up. Like, littering is not cool.
It's fine. It's not gonna hurt the earth too bad.
You need to pick that up. It's a serious thing. Hey, there you go, man. That's the right choice.
Good programs in high school sports take time to develop. For the South Decatur girls basketball team, the signs of a winning culture are taking root.
Decatur girls basketball team is coming off of their best season of all time. After finishing the regular season, they upset rivals North Decatur in the sectional final and then avenged their loss in the regular season to Oldenburg Academy in regionals to advance to semi-state. Unfortunately, their season came to an end in a loss to eventual state champs Borden. With only losing 3 seniors, many players got to experience a successful team early.
It was a really cool experience. Like, there were a lot of highs, a lot of lows. It was definitely something that was really fun that I'd love to do again. Playing with that team, it was just, everyone was really close with each other, so it was just an amazing experience.
Yeah, so I think the important thing is building off of that success. So we've got some good foundational pieces, and we have kind of a culture now that's as a winning culture. You know, they've been, into February, playing into February. So they have that, they're starting to get that experience, and they kind of had that taste, which I think is important.
While the Cougars only lost 3 seniors, All three were starters who are widely considered to be some of the most impactful players on the team. With losses that impactful, the team has faced ups and downs early in the season while looking for a new identity.
With a young team like this, we're trying to figure out our way still. You know, where they're just starting to kind of gel and play together. But then, you know, things happen in a season where you have injuries and, you know, you kind of have, you know, girls kind of come and go. In starting positions, lineups change. So it's hard to kind of start finding a groove within our team. So I think finding an identity is tough for us right now. You know, we're getting to be about halfway through the season, but I still think we're just young and we're trying to find our way. And it will come, it takes time, it takes experience.
I think as a team we're still figuring it out. Obviously losing 3 of our big players last year, and so now we're playing with new girls around us. We're learning how to work together. So it's still developing, but I'd say we're definitely getting there.
While the future is bright for the high school team, Coach Hicks is not just content with short success. To plan for the development of a winning program, many programs have been enacted to help the progression of the future.
Getting those girls interested in basketball at a young age, so getting them into camps and getting them into youth programs. So we run, you know, the elementary over there at the school, but getting them into travel team as well, and just getting them used to playing together.
Looking forward to future seasons. I think there's a lot of talent coming up, and the varsity team helps with elementary camps and like travel ball to help like the younger kids.
South Decatur currently stands with a record of 6 wins and 5 losses, and with only 2 seniors, the future's looking bright for this young program.
Although school might be taking a break, our winter sports will not. We'll send you to our Mason Bean with the latest in upcoming sports and competitions.
Thanks, Reid. Starting with wrestling, our top-ranked men's wrestling took care of North 57-15, while women's wrestling took down North 60-6. Also, our girls will compete in the Jeffersonville Classic on Saturday, 8:30 a.m. In basketball, our boys play tonight. JV is at 6 and varsity to follow at 7:30. Be sure to show up. Finally, our swimming and diving host New Albany on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Speaking of Columbus East swimming, about 2 years ago, Michael Brenniger was unexpectedly suspended from Olympic swimming and is currently coaching the H2 Olympians.
In lane 1, representing Mission Viejo, competing in his first national championship final, Michael Brenniger.
So in 2024, I got suspended, served a 4-year suspension from USADA. In 2022, they had found my blood levels from 3 tests were abnormal.
Out of unfortunate circumstances, right, are sometimes good things happen, and that's just the way it is, right? I mean, I think Michael's situation is a perfect example to all athletes and all kids, all people in general, that you never have life figured out.
Michael had many options after his suspension, but coaching at East was the answer.
When this circumstance happened for Michael, and as he was working through it, I think he was home, right? And I think he and I we've talked a little bit, and a way to get his mind off of some of the not being able to compete in USA sanctioned stuff is to keep him around the sport.
I thought he'd just like keep swimming, obviously, but yeah, I'm really glad he's here.
Right now, Michael is coaching the Olympians, but he still wants to have the opportunity to swim in the 2028 Olympics.
I'm going to be trying to keep myself in shape. I'm trying to keep the option open to swim in 28.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool because he has like a lot of experience, so he kind of like can relate to us, so that's helpful. I would say just like him, like when he's leading our workouts, he's like really supportive. When you're in the middle of like a really hard set, he'll like tell you to just keep pushing through.
He's dealt with it with grace and dignity, and for me, from my perspective, that's some of the best example that he can give to anybody out there, and especially our kids, right? Like, life's not fair, guys.
In addition to coaching at East and training for the Olympics, Michael just graduated from Indiana University. Finally, on to what Indiana football has been doing recently. With the college football playoffs kicking off on December 19th and the 20th, IU is making the playoffs for the second straight year in a row. Indiana played in the Big Ten Championship, beating Ohio State 13-10 and gaining the #1 seed in the playoffs. This is the first time in Indiana football history they're ranked #1. Also, Fernando Mendoza, the Hoosiers quarterback, won the Heisman Trophy on Saturday night, making him the first Heisman winner in Indiana football history. After starting 13-0 this year, the Hoosiers will be playing in the Rose Bowl for the first time since 1968. With IU making the playoffs, you can catch them play on January 1st at 4 p.m. Stay tuned as we update you through this historic run. That's all for sports. Back to you at the desk.
Up next, we'll roll the tape on the developing Warner Brothers purchase.
Then we'll wrap up our announcements.
You're watching Torch TV.
Okay, clase, as you can see, hola means hello. Let's say it.
Notice me, you have new messages on Snapchat, please, it's totally an emergency, notice me now, I've had you have so many TikToks to watch.
You're coming with me.
Just put it on.
Now we turn to Paul Shepner for the latest in news.
This past Thursday, the Indiana State Senate voted 31-19 to block House Bill 1032, a bill heavily advocated for by President Trump. The purpose of the bill is to have states redraw congressional maps, a move many critics say is classic gerrymandering designed to entrench partisan power. Trump has called on states, including Indiana, to change districting lines ahead of the next election. Republican leaders in Indiana, however, are refusing, citing legal concerns. This has led to the Trump administration and its allies to threaten a possible pull of federal funding for the state, though no action has been taken. In other news, a shooting at Brown University in Rhode Island has left 2 students dead and 9 others injured. Authorities say the incident occurred this past Saturday around 4 p.m. on campus in the Barris and Hawley building, which houses the School of Engineering and the Physics Department. During the final exam review session, a suspect has been apprehended, though found deceased from a self-inflicted gunshot wound just yesterday morning near a storage facility in Salem, New Hampshire. Police report there is no ongoing threat to the public. University officials temporarily ordered students to shelter in place and canceled classes. Investigators have not yet released the victims' names or a motive. Millions of Americans could soon see their health insurance costs rise, a result of the current administration's failing to extend Affordable Care Act subsidies. These subsidies, which help lower monthly premiums for millions of families, are set to expire. Experts warn that without action from Washington, families will face significantly higher costs as early as next year. Lawmakers remain divided, and advocates say that the administration's inaction is forcing ordinary Americans to shoulder the burden of political gridlock. That's all from me from today's news. Back to you at the desk.
The food pantry closes for winter break. Today, December 19th, is the last opportunity to get food for the next 3 weeks, with operations returning to normal on January 9th. Today at 2:45, there will be a pep rally in the main gym. The Olympian boys basketball team takes on our rivals, Columbus North, tonight at home. Be sure to come support our athletes for another win. Seniors, having a few weeks off of school leaves some time to start applying for scholarships. Some websites to look for scholarship opportunities are the Bartholomew County Heritage Fund, Bartholomew County School Foundation, and the scholarship newsletter that can be found on the Team 2026 canvas. That's all we have for Torch TV. From me, Adeline, Mason, Paul, and the rest of the Torch TV crew, I'm Lauren Degner.
And I'm Reid.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to take care of yourself, others, and the place, and as always, try to be the best part of someone's day. Happy holidays!